Hey guys, Steve the Geek, and I'm back again on Pokemon Showdown, where we're gonna have some more live replays, just because remember I went on a massive grinding session to get my ladder ranking back up, because it had dropped recently, and I like where it is now, so that's good. It's back up to like the 1500s, almost 1600s-ish. I've been kind of resting there, though. I haven't really battled much, so some of these replays are a bit old, so I don't remember everything that exactly happened, but I quickly looked at them and remembered the battle, so they're pretty decent. Remember, I did not get rid of... I'm showing you guys every single replay from that big grinding session, because they were all decent matches, and I believe there were only like two where I just destroyed my opponent with hacks and it was really unfair, or my opponent completely destroyed me with hacks. There was one like that on my favor, one like that on my opponent's favor, and then there was also a few matches where people would just quit midway from me just kind of flat out destroying them, so I felt like that'd be kind of boring. So we're just gonna go straight into this battle now. My opponent only has 4 Pokemon here, but it's still a pretty good team, and it's still a decent battle, so I'd like to show you guys this anyways. So I decided to leave with my Salamence because excuse me. It did quite well against most of his team, especially if he gets a D-Dance, so it pretty much wrecks, but it wasn't a good partner next to Lapras because that Cresselia was kind of the problem. So I knew he'd go for Fake Out, but I didn't expect it to be on the Lapras, which is a bit of a shame. That's why I switched in Gengar here. So I said, okay, I gotta protect this turn. This Cresselia is kind of scaring me, actually. But he goes with Icy Wind. Now, I didn't know whether he had Icy Wind or Ice Beam. If he had Ice Beam, that probably would have been a bigger problem, just because I would have no way of dealing with it with my Salamence. So Scrafty goes for a knockoff here, which is very annoying because Lapras loves its weakness policy, so he's pretty much free to go for super effective hits at this point. So he keeps going for Icy Wind. I don't mind this just because I have such slow Pokemon, but I knew I had to switch on my Gengar because of this knockoff and stuff, but switching Fair is a bit annoying just because I just lost my Eviolite, so I said, okay, I'm going to follow me because I don't want Lapras going down here. But my opponent goes for the taunt, so follow me was really useless there. Moonblast onto Scrafty and some sort of move on Cresselia might have been better, but whatever. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to switch out Clefairy here into Salamence because I don't think he really has much to deal with me, although I don't really know why I made this switch because he was obviously just going to go for a Heat Wave Icy Wind, I assumed. But okay, whatever. He went for a Psychic for some reason. I guess he really wanted to take out that Lapras, so okay, that makes sense. So good thing we got the Salamence in at the right time. So I said, okay, I'm just going to Mega Evolve my Salamence, and I protect with my Clefairy just because I don't want it taking any damage, because I know he's just going to Icy Wind and maybe even Heat Wave, and I don't want to be taking that. So I go for the D-Dance just to get rid of this Icy Wind speed decrease and boost my attack enough to be able to one-shot Cresselia, because before +1 Salamence can't really take out Cresselia. So I protected after he switches out his Charizard, which was okay just because, you know, he switched in his Garchomp and Cresselia went for another Icy Wind. It would have been better if I went for a Helping Hand return the previous play, though, just because it would have done so much more damage. Also because I would have had, I don't know, whatever. It was fine. So I got this return off, finally taking out this Cresselia, which was really a threat with the Calm Mind and Icy Wind and stuff, but if I had Ice Beam, it would have been much harder, definitely. But I'm liking my matchup here just because Gengar has Icy Wind, and that is going to hurt a ton to this Garchomp. As you can see, it almost KOs. Because of my Sash, I'm not worried about taking this Heat Wave. I was pretty much predicting he was going to go for that D-Claw into Salamence, so I did not want to attack with Salamence yet, and I knew Gengar would stick around for the next turn because of the Sash. Now, I missed this Icy Wind, which is really unfortunate because that would have taken out Garchomp, and I knew Return takes out Charizard here. I guess luckily, but not really. He goes for the D-Claw onto Gengar, so this next turn I can just KO Garchomp. Even if he did go for it on Salamence and Salamence went down, Gengar versus Garchomp, his only way of winning is if I miss another Icy Wind, but the chance of that happening is so low. I rarely miss Icy Winds, so that really surprised me. It was like, oh, whoa, you can actually miss Icy Winds. Something you kind of forget about just because it's pretty high accuracy. What is it, like 90? It's pretty high, although it is technically like a Draco Meteor accuracy, right? I think it is. It's 90, right? No, whatever. I'll figure it out later. And on to the next battle. I am showing all my wins and losses, so this team was pretty interesting, and I kind of just spoiled the ending of this battle, didn't I? Now, Rotomosh had a pretty decent matchup against his team, especially other than like maybe that Charizard Y if it had Solar Beam, but I went ahead and protected with Terrakion here just because that Lando T scared me. Now, sadly, I missed this Hydro Pump, which was big, because that probably, I'm pretty sure that would have one-shot Lando T. Actually, no, because I think he was a Soul Vested just because he took that Rock Slide. He what was the word? He went after my Terrakion, so he might have been Assault Vest, so Hydro Pump wouldn't have killed, but it would have gotten him to a point where a Rock Slide would have KO'd. So I got the lucky flinch that previous turn, but okay, whatever. He gets a U-turn crit. Annoying, whatever. Pretty haxy battle on both sides. I don't mind at this point. I sadly hit myself in confusion. Getting off a Hydro Pump there would have been very nice. But I decided, you know, now's a nice time to get in Heat Ran just because I have no way of dealing with that Aegislash now. He does get this Intimidate on me, which is actually useful, in my opinion. But I T-Bolt right into the Lando T, which is pretty bad. I wasn't really predicting, and I probably should have, because that would have really destroyed my opponent. So he switches out his Aegislash, my bad, because obviously it does not like its matchup. I go for the Protect on Heat Ran just because I'm predicting him to go for an Earthquake, and I really don't want Heat Ran taking that yet, because I have no answer to that Aegislash. But because of that damage to Lando T, I know Heat Ran is pretty much screwed, so I decide to try for the double Protect, and I fail. So there goes Heat Ran. It was my only chance was if I got that double Protect. Actually, I think I had to get a triple Protect. And he goes for the Overheat. Lucky miss on my part again. Hacks kind of kept me in this game, but also they kind of allow my opponent to get into these kinds of positions anyways, but I'd say it was pretty fair in the end. So because I get this free switch into Terrakion, he obviously has to protect with Charizard, but at this point I have no answer to Aegislash. I decided to go for a Leech Seed just because why not? Maybe Giga Draining this turn and Leech Seeding next turn when he's trying to go into King Shield would have been a better play, but okay, whatever. So obviously he has to switch out his Charizard Y now. I double protect I mean here because I'm scared of that Charizard Y, but I don't really know why I double protected now. Looking back at this, Rock Slide would have been a better play, and for some reason I didn't go for it because actually, yeah, if I let Rock Slide previous turn, I would have won because that would have taken out Lando T this turn, but I didn't do it. So yeah, problem on my fault. Actually, I think that's a banded Lando T. That has to be a banded Lando T because it takes way too much damage from my Giga Drain. So, anyways, he sends back in his Aegislash. I need to keep this Terrakion alive just because it's my only real way of dealing with his Charizard Y, but it doesn't even matter because he knocks out my Venusaur with 2 crits. Yeah, he just got 2 crits and they both mattered. So that's a shame because I never get crits and he's just going to take me out. So if he didn't get those double crits, maybe I could have won this. I doubt it, just because it was a haxy battle. Now looking back at it, I'm pretty sure every turn had at least 2 hacks per, like 1 on my side, 1 on his, or 2 on his, or 2 on mine. So yeah, very haxy battle actually. Whoa. Now looking back, that's kind of crazy. But next battle replay is I guess a pretty interesting team because he's got a Mega Lucario, obviously the only Mega Pokemon here, so I'm going to spoil that already, and the Togekiss, so I'm assuming he's got some pretty good Follow Me support, but I was completely expecting that, so I let Rotomosh take this close combat because I knew both my Pokemon could live from this Lucario, and my team really kind of wrecks Lucario, so that T-Wave was meant for Lucario, but for some reason I was like, maybe he won't follow me. I go ahead and protect Rotomosh here. I'm guessing he might have gone for an Air Slash there, which really would have hurt, but Venusaur can actually take that pretty well, especially because Togekiss tends to not be that defensive. Now he goes for Flash Cannon here just because Venusaur's a threat to him. Also because Ludicolo can anyways just take out my Rotomosh. So I get this poison here. It doesn't really matter just because technically Venusaur could take him out next turn with another Sludge Bomb. But I decided to protect Terrakion because I know Lucario wants to go for a a Flash Cannon, right? I didn't want to be dropped to Sash quite yet, so I decided, okay, close combat now to take out Lucario. Even though Lucario is faster than me, because I have the Sash, I'm better than Lucario. Isn't that great? So I get this Giga Drain off as well, and that takes out Politoed, and at that point he forfeits, because obviously all he had left was his Ludicolo, which Venusaur easily beats, and he can only target down one of us, and we win, so that's that. Yeah, pretty much team showing off just how great it is. Venusaur sticking in that entire time. His team wasn't that great, honestly. Mega Lucario is something that I've tried to use in the past, but it's quite good, but not for VGC. It has the potential, it has the paperwork, but it's a glass cannon, and I honestly don't like glass cannons for Megas. Yeah, maybe it would have been able to do really well here if I didn't have a Sash Terrakion, but you're gonna run into things like that, right? So What are you supposed to do? I mean, you're expecting, oh, I can Oko this, but no, because they get to hold items and Lucario doesn't, because you're a Mega. So that really just hinders it. That's why it's not that great. But other than that, that's the end of the video. Again, very short. Most of these recent battle replays have been short. I've been very busy, so I haven't had time to make a full like 20 to 30 minute live VGC video. Those will be coming back next week. We might make another team. But other than that, I don't know yet what's the plan. At this point, I'm just trying to pre-record so I have stuff just in case, because I don't know how busy this next week's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really busy. So other than that, please leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, because your support is greatly appreciated. And comment down below with any teams you want me to use, any suggestions you have for my team, just suggestions for life in general. I don't know why you would give me life suggestions. Why did I say that? But other than that, I'm gonna leave now, so subscribe because I'll continue to post daily, and goodbye.